hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. I'm Maryam, and in today's video, I am going to be discussing the new Pat McGrath Artistry Palette Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana. So this is a holiday palette that is very, very, very colorful at first glance. Almost doesn't look like a holiday palette, almost looks like a summer palette, just because these colors are so in your face. Obviously, I have it on my eyes right now. I did create a look, this one that you see here, but be sure to watch this video in its entirety for that final verdict and for my final 2 cents, because maybe this review isn't as obvious as it seems. So with that said, let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already, hit the notification bell so you can watch all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get into this video. Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana. Are we here for it or not? Alrighty, here we go. Big holiday palette from Pat McGrath. Artistry palette, Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana. Big giant mirror with a nice protective shield over here. Hello. And so here we have 18 shades. Honestly, when I first saw this palette on social media, I might have been immediately in love with the color story. This might have been the most interesting Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette that I've seen thus far, just because I'm a sucker for color. I am not a beige babe. I love bright colors. I specifically love all of these purples and all of these turquoise and greens and blues. There's lots of shimmery metallic shades like this pink over here. This shade looks a little bit different, like it looks more shimmery than the rest of the shimmery shades, and this one as well looks just a little bit more textured, I guess. Having received this palette in the mail, opening it up, I will say this is a very photogenic palette. Not to say that this is not good looking in person. It very much is good looking in person, but for some reason I'm thinking that these pans could have probably been a little bit bigger. We could have probably spread them out better across the palette. I don't know. And so when I saw this with the naked eye, I guess maybe, I'll say it, I was expecting just a pinch more. Probably because this is so photogenic and because it does look so good on camera. Even like right now, looking at it in my monitor, it just looks strikingly more interesting than when I'm looking at it like this. But that's just like my initial reaction. So this is an $82 palette. I actually bought it off of Pat McGrath's website. I think I got 10% off with like code holiday10 or something like that. I definitely saved at least $8. However, this is also available at Sephora. I believe you can still get this with a 10% or a 15 or a 20 if you are a Sephora Rouge or VIB member. So let's see how this performs. Let's see how the swatches, and then I'll let you know if I still recommend it or not, or whether I recommend it at all, actually. I am gonna do some swatches off camera, and I will pop them up right now. I'm actually just like curious to see how all of this stuff wears. I've got my Fenty eyeshadow primer that I'm gonna utilize for this joyous occasion. Slap it across my lids, corner to corner, and up to the brow. I will say one more thing. For a holiday palette, this is surprisingly colorful. This is more colorful than your typical holiday palettes. That's why I was initially drawn to it, because to me, holiday is not just about the gold and the sparkle. To me, it's about fun. It's about leisure time. It's about family. And I guess I'm just such a lover of color that this speaks more to me than golds and bronzy tones for the holiday. Okay, so I am going to start off brush like this, Wayne Goss number 6. I feel like all of his brushes are number 6. I'm gonna go ahead and reach for, I guess maybe this pinky shade. This pinky shade is very, very bright. It is matte, and the name of it is Venusian Peony. I don't know how to say that word properly. It does not come out pretty out of my mouth, so I'm just gonna call it peony, but you know what I'm referring to. That word that I'm not gonna say, because I don't know how to say it. No one ever taught me. Oh my God. And just like one little touch, it is so bright and so vibrant. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing. As always, I'm just letting the colors dictate the look. I'm just gonna allow myself to be inspired by these. I'm just kind of packing on the color to this outer corner, and I'm lifting it towards the tail end of the brow like that. And I'm gonna take a clean brush and kind of just sweep up the edges like so. Cute, very vibrant. Look at that, this applies so quickly and easily. And then I'm gonna blend it out so that it's not just so pink on the outer corner. Fun, fun, fun. I will say this palette is pretty heavy, so I can't just like keep holding it with one hand and utilizing the mirror. I'm gonna have to put it down. All right, next up, another big fluffy brush. I'm gonna try out the purple just because it's right there. I wanna see what happens if I start blending this shade into the pink while keeping the palette down. I'm gonna try to add it to both eyes at the same time. Really, really pretty, really easy to use. Let's see. Made in Italy, as you can expect from Pat McGrath eyeshadows. These two colors blend effortlessly into one another. And now I'm thinking I definitely need to test out that deeper purple. So this middle shade purple that I tried is called Fabulosity. It's definitely very fabulous. And this one here is called Violet Vixen. So I'm gonna dip into Violet Vixen now. This is Refer 02 brush. Whoa. And with this shade, I'm gonna, I guess, complete this gradient in the outer corner. I'm just gonna start packing it on top of the movable lid from the lash line slightly past the crease. Whoa, that is bright and that is fun. I love purple eyeshadows on me, or actually on anyone. To me, purple was always the neutral of the colors. It's just so easy to wear. It looks so good on everyone, on every skin tone, on any eye color. So what I love about this palette is that there's no fallout, at least not yet. So I'm just gonna continue packing this on, but I'm actually adding most of the color to the outer half of the eye, and then I'm kind of just feathering it in gently. So I'm not adding or picking up more color. I'm just somewhat washing off whatever is remaining on the brush. Let's do that here as well. Man, these are some really nice purples. I feel like purples are generally on the nicer side, but this is just one of those powders that applies like a liquid. It is so easy to use. It's incredible. It kind of just like listens to the brush. Wow, 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 wow. Gonna go back to the previous purple. Gonna dip the previous big fluffy brush into it and just create a little bit more of a separation between those two colors. Just like more of a gradient, if you will. And like that. All right, this looks fun. This looks similar to some of the looks that I'm used to wearing, especially when it's in the purple tones. I always do like a pinky sort of gradient. So now it's time to add a different type of color. I am thinking, let me add a little Princess Jasmine in there with this beautiful shimmery blue. Not sure if it's gonna apply with a brush or if I better pick it up with the finger. This is called Aquarian Dream. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I have so many Aquarius friends. I feel like Aquarians and Libras really get along well. Also, my mom's an Aquarius. One of my best friends is an Aquarius. Like, basically all of my favorite people are part of the Aquarius gang. This is absolutely stunning. This looks totally different on the lid than it does in the pan. In the pan, this shade looks turquoise. On the lid, this shade looks like a very complicated periwinkle. Maybe it's because I paired it so closely to the purple, but I just love the effect. The effect is absolutely stunning and so unexpected. It's kind of like a shimmery blue jean. I definitely think this is a shade that will apply better with the finger. So I'm not even attempting to apply it with a brush, but look how different it looks on the brush. It's like a totally different blue. Let me see if I add a little bit of that onto the bare lid. I don't know. Still looking kind of periwinkle to me. Maybe it's a shifty shade. I don't know. I can't tell. But whatever it is gorgeous. This is a unique shade. I have not seen anything like this before, really. I mean, in the pan I have, but on the lids, it just transforms. So cool. So cool. I am thinking I need to utilize some of those shimmery shades. So immediately, I'm looking at this one right here, the one that I said looks slightly different from the others. So this one is Bronze Infatuation. It doesn't even look bronze to me though. And then also over here we have Cosmic Champagne. But then right next to it is this Lunar Lavender. Lunar Lavender is like kind of calling my name. So I think I'm gonna dip into that. I'm gonna use this type of flat brush. Dip into this lavender. Ooh, this needs to go right here. This needs to go right here. I am sorry, but this is absolutely unexpected and just ridiculously beautiful. I'm gonna take just a tiny little flat, fluffy brush, not flat, this tiny little one from Sculpt by Spectrum and collab with my girl Ash K. Holm. I'm gonna spread this sparkle underneath the brow bone, kind of into the matte shadow so that it doesn't look like any harsh lines, so it just looks smooth. Oh my god. I mean, this is just wildly beautiful. Was not expecting it. I am so here for it. All right, I'm thinking let's dip into this pink while we're at it. This pink is called Eternal Amour. Love the name. And basically, I'm just gonna continue this gradient and I'm gonna blend it into this pink outer corner. I'm gonna dip back into that matte pink and just extend this outer section a little bit. Blend it with the shimmery pink. Oh my God, Mother Pat, it's too much. It is just too beautiful. I need to go somewhere, but it's Thursday night and I have absolutely nowhere to go. I guess I'm gonna grab a black liner pencil. This one is from Nova Beauty. I'm gonna add a little bit of black to the outer portion of my lid. Crap, this has glitter. Did not mean that. Hold that thought. Here we got a black. Just gonna add a little bit of darkness to this outer corner, kind of flicking it up into the purple. Not so much winging out, just adding a little bit of darkness and depth over here. And then I'm gonna go back with this dark purple. I'm gonna test out another shade. I'm gonna test out this navy. Navy is called Nocturnal Navy. And basically I'm gonna set this liner with this navy shade while also kind of lifting it up into the purple and blending it. Looks really, really, really good. Let's do the same thing on the other eye. Just lifting and darkening that outer corner. Back to the navy. Just sealing that in and kind of blending with the purple eyeshadow. Stunning. Stunning. All right, so let's go over everything that I've tried so far. I did try this purple, this blue, this pink, this lighter purple over here, this pink over here. I did dip into this lavender and also the navy. So basically, I kind of stood within the purple and pink and blue tones over here, just in the center of the palette. But you can clearly see that they are almost broken up in grids. So like the center can definitely give you that purpley blue smoky eye or like any sort of purple blue type of look. Then over here we have some of the warmer tones, including the pink, which can obviously go into both. And then on this side, we have some greens and some gold, bronzy, ochre shades. So although you can mix and match, just looking at this palette, I'm seeing that there are 3 distinct color families. And this is not something that I immediately caught. This is something that I actually just caught now. Obviously, some of these tones can work for just about anything, like this gold can work for any of the color stories, like these bronzy and champagne shimmery shades can go anywhere. But I just wanted to point it out in case some of you guys were wondering whether this is a versatile palette or not. I'm thinking that it is versatile and there's definitely possibilities, but I kind of want to test out more shades. Or should I just be done? Should I just stop right here because this is really pretty? Oh man. Wondering if I will ruin my look. I dip my brush into this bronzy shade. I'm going to add this very shimmery, ooh, very sparkly, very beautiful bronzy shade to my lower lash line. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this shade has a lot of sparkle. Like this one, I knew was different. This is your super, super sparkly holiday shade. Ooh, I bet this would go beautifully on top of the purple or on top of any of the matte shades because it just gives such luminosity and such a reflect. I'm gonna have to show you a close-up real quick just so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not even gonna let it focus. Just look at the sparkle. Isn't it mesmerizing? I'm gonna use my Birdie Lashes mascara that I love, by the way. Spoiler alert. This will be my faves for Faves X Fails. So I'm gonna add just a couple of coats of that. I'm thinking this look definitely deserves some falsies. I also feel like I need to do a different lip. Like something less brown and something a little bit more neutral. Alrighty, mascara is on. I'm just like loving how dreamy this look is. It is very saturated. It is very, very bright, but I really just wanted to show you the possibilities of what can be done with these colors. All right, I'm gonna grab my Auric, the Velvet Flutter collection, lashes in the style Clouded. I'm gonna go for the smaller or like half lashes version. I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty lash glue. Gonna let that sit, and then I'm gonna plop my lashes onto this lid. I have a new way of applying lashes. Instead of applying them with my eye open, I'm gonna close the lid completely and I'm gonna add it to the lash line while keeping my eye totally closed. This is a new technique for me and I find that it works better for lashes with a thicker lash band. So that's why I'm doing it. I just find that it applies the lash a little bit more precisely to the lash line, but it does take a little bit of practice because I'm so used to doing it the other way. Lashes are on and I am feeling fab. Definitely need to tone down this lip. It's either this or this. I think it has to be this. This is Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Forever Matte in the shade Always Natural 190. Couldn't tell you what lip liner I'm wearing, but it looks like it's something nude that will work. not gonna apply this color all over my lips. I don't want it to be too saturated because it is a little bit on the warmer side. So instead I'm only gonna apply it to the center and then kind of just pat it out with my finger. I think that works. Although I'm thinking I need a little bit of gloss. So for the gloss, I'm gonna go for this Fenty Gloss Bomb in Sweet Mouth. This is very pale, but very pearly. I think that did it. Totally brought it together. All right, let us release the bangs. By the way, if you have bangs, you need these Velcro rollers. They are like magic for the bangs. Also, if you have any sort of layers, they just really make everything look extra sassy. Yeah. All right, you guys, so this is the final look. I am feeling like this is giving me slight 80s vibes. Very, very bold and bright and super fun. I really like this look. I really love the way that all of these eyeshadows performed, especially together. Overall, I think this is going to be my new favorite palette, because I can just tell by the quality of these eyeshadows, from the shimmeries to the mattes, everything just looks like it's for the artist. It looks like it's made for someone who likes to create. You can definitely play up these colors or tone them down. You can slap one onto your lid for just like a one and done type of vibe. I'm really excited to test out some of these greener shades and also some of these warmer shades for neutral looks. Overall, I can just tell that this is going to be my new best friend. Yeah. Mother Pat never disappoints. This is another hit. This is another sensation. And if you can get your hands on it with a discount from either Sephora or Pat McGrath's website, I would encourage you to do so. I think if you love color the way that I do, then you will also love this palette. To me, this is a love at first sight. And yes, it is a little bit more photogenic looking on camera than it is in person, but the way that these eyeshadows just performed and the way that they just shut me the F up is outstanding. That was like the ultimate clapback. I'm here for it, and I'm here for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I am going to zoom on out. You are gonna check out more of my videos over here. I put them there for a reason, so click them, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Farewell, peace out, and I'm out.